ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, we have a lot of video game news to cover this week, but for the first time ever in one of these news videos, I'm actually chewing some bubblegum. I've gotten a lot of requests to do that, so let me know in the comments if you like this, and I might do it in some future videos as well. But, yeah, I'm currently chewing a piece of juicy fruit bubblegum, and it's pretty good. So, first piece of news this week is for the PlayStation 5. We have a lot of PlayStation 5 gaming news, leaks and rumors coming out recently. So, basically what happened was there was a rumor about the PlayStation 5 graphics processor, the GPU. Apparently, the PS5 is going to be using something very, very similar to the RTX 2070 or RTX 2080, which is insane because those, not only are they expensive, but the fact that we are going to be getting a next generation system with something comparable to the RTX like 2070 or even 2080 is very, very nice. But these are just rumors, and we don't know how likely these sources are or if this is actually going to be true. But a lot of insiders are saying that the PlayStation 5 is going to surprise everyone with the speed and power. So, according to very, very reliable sources, this news is actually true. So, I don't know what to think, but it seems like the PlayStation 5 is going to have insanely good graphics. Which brings me to the next rumor that has now been technically confirmed. So, a dev kit for the PlayStation 5 was leaked. This is an image of the PlayStation 5 dev kit here on the screen, so you all can check it out. So, the way dev kits work is, basically, Sony sends them out to developers before the game system actually releases. So, back with the PS4, when the PlayStation 4 launched, it already came with games. And that's because Sony gave out PlayStation 4 dev kits to multiple developers, to make games for them. So they are already doing that with the PlayStation 5 because it's supposed to be launching next year, supposedly. At least that's what all the rumors are pointing to. And we usually don't get to see these dev kit units. They are kept very, very secret. Not a lot of people get to see them, but yeah, we actually got a picture. We got a few pictures, actually, of what the dev kit design looks like. So, it's surfaced, and then it's been confirmed, actually, by some people that work for game studios. They've said that it is legitimate. So, right now, we are looking at a PlayStation 5 dev kit, and it looks really insane. So, just to clarify, the PlayStation dev kits never ever look like the actual console, so don't expect the PlayStation 5 to look like this. This is just what the developers are using to make PlayStation 5 games. So it's kind of strange shaped, and there is a huge V, like a V for 5, in the center of the console. And there are a lot of fans, like fans on the sides, fans in the middle. So it seems like Sony really wants the airflow for the creation of games and for the development team. So that's kind of one of the problems with the PS4 was the air, like the vents and just how air circulated. So it could be that the PlayStation 5 is going to be very, very quiet and allow for maximum airflow or something. So hopefully that's true. We'll see when they reveal the PS5, but yeah, so far all of these PlayStation 5 rumors and news that have been coming out really making me excited for the PS5. I can't wait to see what the system looks like, and the fact that it might be extremely powerful, like having good graphics card makes me very, very happy. So we'll see what they reveal in the next few months. But that's it for PlayStation 5 news. Now we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare news. So as of right now, if any of you have a PlayStation 4, you are able to participate in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare alpha test. It's completely free. All you need to do is download it on PS4 and you are able to play. And you do not need PlayStation Plus to access this alpha test. So you don't even need a PS Plus subscription. It's just like Fortnite, where all you need is an internet connection to play. And this alpha test is just a 2v2 multiplayer round. It's basically you and another player versus 2 other players, and whoever wins is the winner, basically. And it's just like a co-op mode for you and someone else to play together against another duo. So I think they're trying to test out the servers and the strain on, the infrastructure before they actually increase the development on multiplayer aspects of the alpha test. Like, first they usually start small and then they go big. So I'm sure they're doing this test first, and then maybe in a month they're going to have the full-on multiplayer beta test for people that pre-ordered the game. But right now, if you want to play it for free, you don't need to pre-order anything. You can just check out and download this alpha test, and it's only available this weekend. So apparently after Sunday, I think it's removed, and their servers will go offline because the test has ended. So be sure to check that out. Not sure on the download size, but it should be kind of small, considering it's not a lot of maps or anything crazy like that. It's just going to be one mode. So looking forward to seeing some gameplay from that soon. Next, Gamescom took place in the past week, and Gamescom is basically the European E3. So a lot of games get announced or shown off there. Now, it might not be as big as E3, but they do show off a lot of trailers and gameplay. So we got a brand new trailer for Death Stranding and a lot of gameplay for Death Stranding. So yeah, the trailer looked awesome. There were some additional gameplay videos for Death Stranding, showing off some of the characters. Jeff Keighley, friends with director Hideo Kojima, he's actually going to make a cameo appearance, or have a cameo role in Death Stranding, so that was very weird and interesting. And apparently Death Stranding is also going to have a multitude of crazy features. One of them was shown off in some of the recent gameplay videos. Norman Reedus' character, which you control in Death Stranding, actually urinates. There's a urination command, so that's very bizarre. We're not sure exactly what that's supposed to mean or do. After he peed, a mushroom grew out of the ground, so I'm still trying to understand what exactly happened. People are very confused as well. Seems like this game is going to be crazy. So many features, so many things. I still have no idea what the game is actually going to be about or what we're going to be doing. But the gameplay showed off a lot of travel and exploration and a lot of tools and things to allow you to traverse the map in an easier way. So I think there's going to be a lot of climbing and walking and I have no idea, but I think we're going to be trying to cross the country, go from East Coast to West Coast, or West Coast to East Coast or something. So the whole game is going to be a big journey. Seems crazy, but I'm sure it's going to be awesome, so can't wait to check that out. Definitely check out the Death Stranding gameplay that came out of Gamescom this week. It's just insane. Next, we got some Overwatch news. So this is slightly old Overwatch news, but Overwatch for a while now has a new update, and this new update added the new hero, Sigma, to the main version of Overwatch. So he's in the full-on main game in Overwatch now. Sigma is a crazy, unique tank that's That's how I will describe him. He's very unique, very different compared to any other tank, and he is in the game now. And they also finally added an official role queue system to Overwatch, and what this means is when you want to go into matches and you want to play a healer, you want to play a tank, you can queue up for your role and you will find teammates playing other roles. So if you're a healer and you want to find a tank or a support or another DPS, you can do that. And the matchmaking will queue you up with people searching for other roles. So it's just a great way to play competitive in other modes now, where instead of getting a team with like 5 DPS, you finally get a team that's balanced and knows what they're doing. So the entire community is very, very happy that in 2019 Overwatch finally has this feature. So I will definitely be checking that out and doing a video of it for the channel really, really soon. Next, we got some Pokemon Sword and Shield news. Some little tidbits of information about Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out very, very soon. Like in a few months, it'll be out. But Battle Stadium has been revealed, and Battle Stadium in Pokemon Sword and Shield is going to be a special online mode where you can either participate in competitive or casual matches, and you can even play casual and competitive matches against your friends, according to this news that I'm reading here. So basically, if you want to play with friends, you can play casual matches. If you want to play, competitively for ranking points, you can go up against other skilled Pokemon trainers online in battle. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's like a complete multiplayer experience for Pokemon. And then on top of all that, they're going to have a tournament mode. So if any of you are familiar with Fortnite has a tournament mode, a special event mode, where every once in a while there will be a mode, like a cup challenge or whatever, where people can qualify and participate. So I think Pokemon is going to be doing a very similar thing to that, where you can play casual, you can play competitive matches, or you can participate in tournaments. And what that's going to mean is there's going to be a qualifier round, maybe 1 week. You'll have to defeat a certain amount of top-ranking players to qualify, and then after that you are in the tournament. And then, who knows, maybe you can possibly win money or something. Then there might be a huge World Cup Pokemon event online or something. Either way, it sounds awesome, and this is going to be like one of the first big Pokemon games to do something like this, so the community is very, very excited. Battle Stadium sounds awesome, and I can't wait to play some matches against all of you in the multiplayer once I get that game. It's going to be so much fun, so can't wait. Next, we have some news for Spider-Man, and no, it's not the sad news about Disney and Sony not getting along, and Tom Holland apparently will not be in any upcoming Spider-Man Avengers, MCU movies anymore, so that news was really sad, by the way. But no, this news is about Sony. The Sony PlayStation 4 game, Spider-Man, apparently sold 13.2 million copies worldwide. So that is an insane amount of copies of Spider-Man. Literally everyone bought the game, it seems. So many PlayStation 4 owners picked up this exclusive, which, why wouldn't you pick it up? I mean, it's Spider-Man. I feel like everyone likes Spider-Man, so everyone just picked up the Spider-Man 4 PS4 game if they had a PS4. So Sony was very surprised at the amount of sales. I think it exceeded their expectations. Apparently they weren't expecting it to sell this many copies. It's one of their biggest exclusives on the PS4. I have to see how much God of War and Uncharted 4 sold, but I'm sure it's up there with this game. And after this news came out, Sony apparently bought the developers that made the Spider-Man game for PS4. The developers are Insomniac Games. They are also known for the Ratchet & Clank series. So, yeah, Insomniac Games, by the way, they were not a first-party, Sony developer. They could essentially develop games for any system, but they always develop them for Sony. And Sony finally decided to buy them, so now they will exclusively make games for the PS4 and PS5 moving forward. And I'm sure Sony did this after they noticed how many units the Spider-Man game sold. They were probably like, yo, so many people bought Spider-Man. Wait, we don't own the developers that made this game. Quick, go buy them right now. So I'm sure that meeting went something like that, but yeah, Insomniac Games is really happy that Sony acknowledged and bought them now. After years of making games since the PlayStation 2 days, they finally got the recognition from Sony, it seems, so I'm sure they're happy. And this means we're going to be getting fantastic games in the future from them, so great news. Now we have some sad news. Apparently there's been a lot of bad things going on at Bioware after the failure of Mass Effect Andromeda and the failure of Anthem. Seems like Bioware and EA not getting along too much, so Bioware producers are leaving the company. First, in Anthem, lead producer left Bioware this week. And then shortly after that, news came out that Dragon Age 4, the lead producer for that game, also left Bioware. So these are kind of like key important people at the company for Bioware that are deciding to leave. So this kind of shows that there's some like internal shifts going on. Might show that there's some internal struggles and problems as well, so we don't know yet. But if producers are leaving, if developers and other, people that work at the company are leaving like they have been for the past few years, that means that stuff's not really going well for Bioware, so people are starting to jump ship. And I'm sure EA is not happy about this, but maybe after the disappointment of a few of their recent games, they just decided to leave and try to find greener pastures somewhere else. So kind of sad to see them go, but Bioware is a shell of its former self, in my opinion, because they went from making some of the best games in the games industry to making games full of like microtransactions, games completely broken on launch day. It's not entirely their fault. Most of it is EA that is pushing them to meet deadlines and overworking the staff, apparently. But yeah, not good news for Bioware this week. And last piece of news is kind of a crazy crossover that no one was expecting. So, Stranger Things is doing a crossover with the horror game Dead by Daylight. So yes, Dead by Daylight and Stranger Things crossover is happening next month. So a lot of people were extremely surprised about this. Stranger Things fans are happy, Dead by Daylight fans are happy, so apparently the Demogorgon from Stranger Things is going to be in Dead by Daylight, as well as two of the characters from Stranger Things, like Nancy and Steve, are going to be playable characters that apparently you're going to use to run away from the Demogorgon in Dead by Daylight, so that's crazy. Honestly, there should be more Stranger Things crossovers. I like the one they did with Fortnite. This Dead by Daylight one is nice. Maybe they can do another one in the future with another big, important game. I feel like Stranger Things is just that popular that it can cross over with anything, so who knows what other crossover we'll see in the future, but this is a nice one. So yeah, that's most of the important gaming news this week. Lots and lots of like small pieces of news and gameplay trailers came out of Gamescom as well, so be sure to check more of that stuff. I'll probably mention more of it next week as more gameplay news and things come out, but this was all the important stuff, so thank you all for listening or watching this video. The flavor for the Juicy Fruit bubblegum, by the way, like completely went away now. It only lasts a little bit, but hey, that's how it goes. So, yeah, if you enjoyed listening or watching this, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll be sure to have a new ASMR Gaming News video out next week. And if if you want to help support the channel, you can head on over to patreon.com/ASMRGaming. And with as little as $1 a month, you can help support this channel and the creation of more fun videos just like this one. So thank you all for supporting or helping out the channel already. It means a lot. And I will see you all next time. So long and